This episode of The Map is brought to you by the STJFL and its major partner, Cripps the Master Baker, baking great bread since 1878. Now sit back and relax as we join our host, Andrew Hoppy Hopwood.
Hello and welcome to week 3 of The Map. We've been to all points of the compass. This week we've been down to Kingborough to feature the under-13 match between Nth Hobart and the Kingborough Tigers. They've then busily packed our thermos and got the fruitcake going and slipped up to Queenborough, where we've had two very exciting under-9 matches. If that's not enough, we've had to keep going out to the northern suburbs to the KG5, where they've gone to the big boys, the under-18s, to see Sandy Bay take on the Glenorchy Magpies. All right, enough of an old man with silver hair rambling. Let's get to the first match down at Kingborough.
But free kick now to Will Power, and they're going to try and put themselves very close to the Demons. He goes, that looks pretty solid off the boot, and I reckon that's through for a bazinga. 1 goal, 1-7, plays 1 goal, 2-8. It looks like he wants to give this one a good roost. Nice looking drop punt there. Ball goes in, flying! Oh, he couldn't take it. And here we go. So Demons are trying to get it out of trouble now as the Tigers had a little bit of a spurt. Couldn't get a hold of it. Here they go. Through the middle of the ground. It's in the hands of Lockie Barwick. Barwick through the middle of the ground. Oh, good mark taken once again by Hugh Dixon.
It hasn't been an open game, Pappy. This is a really impressive thing. The players are just, finding space and finding teammates. It's a very good game to watch. Absolutely.
So Baxter Norton with the clearance out there for the Demons. Here they go. Go towards goal. It's just gone across. I didn't quite see who had a... Oh! Has that gone in? And when he floats forward, he's dangerous. But here they go. Lovely hand pass. Wheels back inside. That one's Curtin. And Curtin gets it to the advantage on the left boot. Goal of the game, I reckon. That was fantastic work from Karen Howlett for the Demons. Here they go. Ball now drops down. Trying to clear that out with desperation of the Tigers. They'll get it forward. Nice grab taken there from that Tigers player, and Ethan Grombridge. Grombridge now will go into the middle of the ground. Ransom's at the front there, and geez, that's a strong pack mark from Ransom. And if he kicks this one, he puts the Tigers back in it. It'll be 21 if he'll kick this one. So here they go. That is going, and that's fantastic work. And I think that one just hit a card, Duff, to the Demons. 5 goals for 34. It's a 13-point lead now to the Demons. But speaking of the Demons, Curtin goes in, looks good. Waddington, good grab. Who will around sausage roll? Boom goes Waddington. Fantastic work. And the Demons respond in conniving fashion. And the Tigers have got a bit of a paddock here. Can they get onto it? Nice clever little chip pass. Probably not the best option. Oh, Ransom. Don't mind if I do, with a spin out of Casper there. All right, so ball is in the attacking 50 now for the Demons. Lovely goal just before. Oh, look, that's a sausage roll. Don't know if it was as good as Waddington's. Here's the Demons. Oh, that is fantastic play. And I believe that was Baxter Norton, and geez, he's earned that one. And ball tapped out. Very good picked up. Play on, says the umpire. So thrown down. Oh, good collect there. Ball's going goalward. And this Waddington. Oh!
As you can see there, winners are certainly grinners, and the old Demons look pretty happy with their road trip down there to Kingborough. They've gone away with the 4 points. Okay, let's go to the under-9s now at the Queenborough Oval.
Play, we'll get back to that as Sandy Bay go into attack through the agency of Harry Jones very nicely out of the centre, and they're not mucking around, Sandy Bay Lions, as they go forward. And I tell you what, that is a good goal, and that is magnificent goal umpiring. I love the way there, Duff. He was clear, precise, the 2 thumbs went straight out, so hats off to you, Gumbo. He is in line for our umpire of the week, and gee, they're teaming up well. Here's the long blonde bombshell there is Bank Smith, hooks it back towards the goals, and I tell you what, coming out, taking a nice mark is Fair. Fair sees an opportunity, drives it long towards Mann, and Mann has taken the mark, and he'll go back for a deliberate shot on goal. 1 or 2 steps, goes forward, and it's straight over the top of the goal umpire, and that's the third sausage roll in a matter of minutes. The kids are out doing all the hard yards as this man, yet again, he's been prominent as Jones goes forward. How about that for a great mark? Dropping back was Glover. That ball has been there in there 98% of the time.
Yeah, they've been pretty busy, Sandy Bay. Oh, good play here by the Dogs.
Gee whiz, that's lovely play, and Owen Vanson, a very courageous mark from him. And look at that great play there. Got the short pass. That was clever play, Duff. Gee whiz. Nice work, and comes out, and that's a very good mark. That man in front, that's Joshy Taylor. I like the way he chipped in there, Duff. He showed great determination, Taylor. He's looking now to move that ball on. That's a long, long kick. That's gone all of 45 metres. That's a ripper. Plenty of volunteers, though, and it's great to see all the mums and dads chiming in and helping out for junior footy, Duff. Oh, here's a big opportunity. Nicely roved there by Vanson. Here, Vanson, big long kick to the running player in Bradley Jones. Jones, look at that, picks it up. And I tell you what, he's going to have a long kick on towards goal. Can't quite do. Look at the determination by the Dogs, fighting hard. They don't want to give this ball up. Now they do. They've picked it up. Yeah, nice place by Shevlin. Shevlin drives it long, it's through. Oh, look out. Here come the Dogs. They've got their first one for the day, and that grin tells it all, Duff. That's what footy's all about. That's gone from ear to ear, that big grin. Give me high five, son. Come on, I've just kicked the goal. Let's light up. He sunk the slipper into that one, Duff, and of course you've got to get your hands down. Oh, there's no one from the Dogs on the mark, so there's a chance for the Lions to play on. That's a beautiful pass. Finding the man in the square, and I just can't quite get a handle on this young man, but we will do in a minute. Oh, look out.
I think it might be young Hodgie, actually.
I think it is. I think that is Hodgie. Lines it up with the left foot, and Hodgie has drilled it through the centre. And this particular time, it's a free kick because the man's been rewarded for going in hard, and that's Jordan Blackwell. Pretty fierce competitor. He gets on the left foot. Oh, beautiful pass. Look at that mark. That's a ripping mark. Beautiful work there by Owen Vanson, showing great courage. Oh, they really like to chip their ball out, don't they, Duff? Do you reckon this is a set play they've been doing out at Abbotsfield Park? And that's beautiful. Look at that. Now they're starting to move the ball. This is fantastic footy. But that's by the by, Duff. All we know is these young men having a great day down here at Queenborough. Trying to... Oh, a bit of an appeal there by Charlie Parnham. And I tell you what, how was that an open hand, Duff, and he palmed it towards his Rovers, and that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, if he grows to be about that 200 centimetre range, Duff, all the recruiters will be looking at him. And that's what I like to see too, because all the players are getting a good run in every position, so they're learning the caper, and backing back, taking a courageous mark was Lawrence. Lawrence gets it on to Stevenson. Stevenson, of course, he doesn't muck around. He's been terrific all day, like most of them have. Fighting very hard, almost a clash of heads, and it's Joshy Glover picking the ball up. Blind turn out of trouble. That's terrific play. Another blind turn out of trouble. Put that down in the highlights. Beautiful long kick, man in front for Sandy Bay, repelling that particular pack. Oh, that's an inventive one, Duff. That might have been the flick pass. Bring that back. Great play there. Good spoil there. Tough work by Joshy Taylor trying to get it out. Comes out to Hodgie. Hodgie unselfishly gets the handball on now to the running player in Shepherd. Shepherd, very good play. Good accurate kick on goal. And this is what junior footy's all about, Duff. Have a look at them here. They've come down, they've travelled. They've maybe got slightly touched up on the scoreboard, but they've had a ripping day out, have the Claremont Bulldogs.
Well, that was a great game of free-flowing footy with the Bay running out just a little bit on top of what was a very gallant Bulldogs. Well, now we're moving on to the second match, which is the anticipated clash between the Sandy Bay team and the Brighton team. Let's go and have a look to see who's going to come out the victor.
Now's an opportunity, showing great skills and handball. That's very nicely done by Gardner. Oh, have a look at that mark. That was a nice one there, Johnny, and that was Triffett. Already got a couple of possessions in this last quarter as it comes out towards Duffy. He picks it up, goes onto his right foot, going close towards the boundary line. That's Kazali now. Picks it up, takes a bounce. He's under plenty of pressure, but I tell you what, he is very fleet of foot.
Their defence of Brighton's been nothing less than ironclad. And there's young Duffy, turls it around. Who's got that? Oh, young Kazali should score, you'd think, here.
Kazali turns it round and pops it through for a major for Sandy Bay. That's their first one. It's rubbing one way then the other, and over the top was Backhouse, and he drives it towards their forward line. They'd love another goal from this forward thrust with Sandy Bay. Oh, look, this is different. Have a look at that great play. Let's mark that one up, Duff. He swooped down there with the right hand with the footy, and then he put the left Duke down and picked the glasses up. I say that was play of the day, no doubt about it. It's Sandy Bay through the agency there of Ollie Buddyworth. He kicks it over. Oh, he's gone for a goal, Duff. Right on the boundary line. The only unfortunate thing, it's on the wing. Of course, that score has been brought to us by Cripps the Master Baker as John rejoins. And I'll tell you what, John, thank you very much for that coffee. And it's Jacob Young driving it. It's fantastic. The big man go up there fighting really hard. It's Backhouse comes right. Backhouse screws it back towards the goals. Let's wait on this one.
He's dobbed it.
Give us a score, mate. Up she goes. It's all clear. That's a ripping shot. Trying to take a big one, but the man in front was Thorpe, and he comes up with the ball, sharing it around. That's fantastic play by Brighton. They're obviously a well-drilled unit.
Long
over the back. He goes back, couldn't quite, but he butters up, dodges one, goes back the other way. And Maxi Lamb, he puts the hands out like an aeroplane, gets the high fives. And it's a fourth goal here to the Brighton boys. Gives the old 1-2 and go. Oh, look at the great teamwork here. It ends up into Wood's hands. Wood slams that one over. The two Dukes go up and pulls in a mark and hasn't been quite paid. A bit unfortunate there. We know this man's going to run, and he does so. Beautiful work by Maxi Lamb. Well, that was a fantastic clash, 1v2, Sandy Bay v Brighton, and I'm joined here by Maxi Lamb, one of the great players on the day. Maxi, congratulations, that was a great game. How did you see it? Did you enjoy the game?
Yeah.
No doubt about it, fantastic. I noticed you were very creative on the forward line there, Max. Who's taught you how to play like that?
My dad.
Your dad. Now, did your dad play a little bit of footy?
Yeah, he played in the AFL.
In the AFL, who did he play for?
Melbourne and Fitzroy.
Oh, there you go. No wonder Maxi is performing so very, very well. Now, Maxi, who do you follow in the AFL?
Collingwood.
Did I hear you say Collingwood?
Yep.
But Dad didn't play with Collingwood, did he?
No.
Well, how come you follow Collingwood?
Because I like them and they're a good team.
You like them and you're a good team. Now, who would be your favourite player, Maxi?
Dane Swan.
Dane Swan. What's all that stuff all over his arms, Maxi?
Tattoos.
Now tell me, Maxi, just roll up that sleeve for me, son. Let's have a look if Maxi's got any ink. Let's get in there nice and close, Duff. It's all clean there, Maxi. You're not going to follow in Dane's footsteps, are you, son?
No.
No, good boy. All right, here he is, Maxi Lamb, who was one of the big stars at the big game down here at the Queenborough Oval.
I do solemnly swear
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to my daily bread, Cripps Master Loaf.
Be it white, wholemeal, or 9 grain.
I will enjoy freedom from artificial preservatives.
in a bread crafted from pure Tasmanian flour.
And we love how it tastes. I will rise to the occasion.
Munching on only the freshest loaves.
Baked daily at Cripps since 1878.
I will proudly fly the Cripps flag.
In a toast to this great nation.
We call Tasmania.
Upon this, I swear.
Cripps Master Loaf. Tasmanians swear by it.
Well, one of the stars from the 1v2 clash down here at the Queenborough Oval was Oscar Kazali, and welcome to the map, Oscar. How did you enjoy the game, son?
It was good.
It was good. Now tell me, what is your favourite position on the football field?
Full forward.
Full forward. Well, I tell you what I noticed you do, which was very important today. When you got the ball, you ran really hard and you looked for one of your teammates at all particular occasions. That's fantastic. You must have a good coach. Who's the coach of your team?
My dad, Carl.
Your dad, Carl. Now, how does that go? Do you talk a lot of football when you're at home?
Yeah.
And do you get the footy out and kick it up and down the hallway a lot?
Mostly just on the road.
On the road? Dear, oh dear, you must be pretty tough then. What happens if you go up and you fly up and take a big mark and land on your knees there, Oscar? How does that go?
Not very well.
Not very well, so you must be a pretty tough sort of fella. Now, who do you barrack for in the AFL?
St Kilda.
St Kilda. And have you had a favourite player?
Yes.
Who is that?
Lenny Hayes.
Lenny Hayes, I tell you what, he is very tough.
He runs in straight lines, and that's exactly like you did today. I thought you were an absolute ripper. Well done, son. Congratulations on your game. And we are going to be looking forward to see how young Oscar goes in the future and all the other 3,000 people who play this great game in the STJFL. We thank Max and Oscar for their time, as there was a big media pack waiting for them after the big game down there at Queenborough. Okay, so let's go into our letters of the week. Now, last week we had an inquiry from Nobby from the Eastern Shore about the under-8s not being allowed to wear tracksuits. Now, we've made a very strict inquiry there, Nobby, and it's come back right from the top from Tony Gibson. And the answer is, use your common sense. What a great answer from the man in charge. So basically, if you're out there, the kids have got the light on legs, keep the trackie on them, keep them warm, keep them going as far as we're concerned. So that's a really, really good outcome. And in fact, probably the best thing to do is for both coaches to discuss anything that they've got concerns with. You're in charge of the kids out there, so make an informed decision. All right, now, this week's letter comes from Beryl from Battery Point. And she was a bit concerned at the game that she was out the other day. There were the under-9s running around, and there were plenty of people on the ground other than the umpires. And she writes to us, who were those players and are they allowed on? Well, Beryl, I can come right to the answer of that one. They are some of the coaches. And we very much at the STJFL encourage the coaches to go out there to assist the kids in the knowledge of the game. So if they're playing on the wing, show them where to go, show them what to do. So the outcome is a better game for the children and are more informed as they go on in their positions. So thank you very much for your letter. Don't forget, if you've got a letter, something to write in about, contact us here at the map at dufftv.com.au. Okay, enough of me. Let's go to our last match, which is out at KG5. Here we are now at KG5 looking at the game between Sandy Bay and Glenorchy, which is part of the new and expanded under-18 competition for the STJFL. It's a fantastic initiative, as many of the clubs were concerned that some of the players were going to drift away from footy, so it was deemed fit that these young men had a home, and here we are watching them play now. And there's some really good players. We see there young Prero Wilson taking a mark, handing it off to Purdon, who kicked a couple of goals out there at KG5. Bain Shepherd, who's been a terrific player for Sandy Bay over a number of years. He's been ravaged with a number of knee injuries. He was up and about most of the day, taking many good marks. You can see here it was a very, very competitive match, and that was Jamie Rowbottom putting on a tremendous tackle there for the Glenorchy boys. I've heard it from good authority that Jamie's been in the gym and doing some extra boxing with his dad Lance, and you can see it's been really good for him. You can see a tremendous mark there from Matt Young. He's been working hard in the gym off-season. Of course, a big, strong lad. Rose a bit for Hutchins, and they've got a terrific team down there at Sandy Bay. They're going very well this year. Of course, they were the premiers there last year under the tutelage of Johnny Barwick, and John's been a coach for Sandy Bay for their senior team for many, many years. And also the other feature of this particular game is that it's under the lights out at Glenorchy, which is a great thrill for these young men. It's on a fantastic oval, the KG5 oval, that's been redeveloped with plenty of money. And Sandy Bay and Glenorchy are great combatants. And you can see here it was very fierce but very fair. The umpiring was of a very, very good standard. A tremendous crowd, and I can tell you the pies were hot, and by the time I got there from a big day around all the other grounds, it was fantastic to get a feed. And you can see from this here that beautiful mark there by Bain Shepherd. Look, we mentioned Bain earlier after that knee reconstruction. He's still got plenty of spring in his step. There's no doubt about it. There's Shea just bursting out. Of course, he's very quick over the grass, and many forward thrusts from Sandy Bay. They had some very big players, and this one here, Prero Wilson, was very strong all day. Just teaming up very nicely with the Sandy Bay boys, and I think they're going to be pretty hard to beat, but to Glenorchy's credit, we can see from the highlight reel here, they're snapping one of their many goals, and beautiful goal umpiring here, and that's one of the features. Look at that. That is very, very professional. Well, that was the score at half-time, but in the second half, Sandy Bay showed their dominance and ran away with a comfortable victory, 18-6, 114 to 5-4, 34. Now, I know I'm showing my age, I am an old man, and back in my day, the old coaches used to look at you and get the veins coming out and used to point the fingers at you and try and fire you up. But these days, it's a lot more calculated, a lot more thinking. And there's one man who is a professor of football, and that is the coach of the Sandy Bay Under-18, Johnny Barwick. We here at the Map were lucky enough, without him knowing, put the cameras over the top and had a bit of a listen at how a modern day thinking coach goes about his work. Let's go in and have a sneak preview at Johnny Barwick doing his best.
Played in the Colts earlier today, and they've actually come back now to hook their under-18s out this afternoon. That's fine.
Rotating heaps.
And they're rotating on and off the bench. Now, the thing is, though, they're going to get tired, but we're actually going to have to dig in the second quarter to make sure by half-time they're tired. We've got fresh legs, guys. I know some of them, and we are. We're more skillful, and this is why our effective positions are very, very good. The voice, let's get the voice up, because I don't think, those easy catches we drop. I don't think our teammates behind us saying, you clear, hands to the footy. I've got your back covered, we want to be noisy out there, let's be busy out there. Let's go, boys. Come on, there's grass around here, guys. Let's use the There is a great insight to the modern day coach. Okay, let's go to Umpire of the Week. And here he is, this young man here on our screen, as you can see, diligently watching all the footage there. He's waving the flag beautifully and magnificently done. And the good thing I like about that is the coat is 20 sizes too big for him, so he's going to be an umpire for life. That is fantastic. We've got an umpire in the making. Hats off to you for great umpiring, son. Now, next week's show, we're going to Brighton for what will be a huge day for the Under-10 Carnival. Righto, we're going to finish up with our very popular segment, 7 plays in 7 days.
Absolutely, so backs and north of the clearance out there for the Demons. Here they go towards goal. It's just gone across. I didn't quite see who had a... Has that gone in?
Fighting very hard, almost a clash of heads, and it's Joshy Glover picking the ball up. Blind turn out of trouble. That's a terrific play. Another blind turn out of trouble. Put that down in the highlights.
To the Demons, but speaking of the Demons, Curtin goes in. Looks good. Waddington, good grab. Who will around sausage roll?
Sandy Bay through the agency there of Ollie Buddyworth. He kicks it over. Oh, he's gone for a goal, Duff. Right on the boundary line. The only unfortunate thing, it's on the wing.
And the Tigers have got a bit of a paddock here. Can they get onto it? Nice, clever little chip pass. Probably not the best option. Oh, Ransom. Don't mind if I do, with a spin out of Casper there. And when he fights forward, he's dangerous. But here they go. Lovely hand pass. Wheels back inside. That one's Curtin. And Curtin gets it to the advantage on the left boot. Goal of the game, I reckon. That was fantastic work from Karen Howard.
Running one way then the other, and over the top was Backhouse, and he drives it towards their forward line. That's love another goal from this forward thrust with Sandy Day. Oh, look, this is different. Have a look at that great play. Let's mark that one up, Duff. He swooped down there with the right hand with the footy, and then he put the left boot down and picked the glasses up. I say that was play of the day, no doubt about it.
And he pumped it forward with the glasses in one hand, footy in the other.
I do solemnly swear
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to my daily bread, Cripps Master Loaf.
Be it white, wholemeal, or 9 grain.
I will enjoy freedom from artificial preservatives.
In a bread crafted from pure Tasmanian flour.
And we love how it tastes.
I will rise to the occasion.
Munching on only the freshest loaves.
baked daily at Cripps since 1878.
I will proudly fly the Cripps flag.
In a toast to this great nation.
We call Tasmania.
Upon this I swear.
Cripps Master Loaf. Tasmanians swear by it.